Once upon a time, long, long ago, when my sister Lori and I were still teenagers, we went to visit our grandfather in his big house in the deep woods, where the bears rob your bee skeps and raccoons poop on your deck after eating all of the cat's food and tumping over your geraniums. Grandfather presented us with a cardboard box containing various and sundry items that he cleaned out of his downstairs office and wished to rid himself of. He thought perhaps we'd be interested in the old swing-line stapler or ink pens, but when the two girls saw the sepia-toned 8x10 photos of the handsome army boys, not much older than they, the girls squealed with delight and claimed them immediately for their own, much to their grandfather's confusion, each falling in love with and taking home the boy of their fancy. It mattered not to these silly girls that the men in the photos were now very likely old shriveled men, or perhaps even 6 feet under the plastic flowers spelling out "Dad," that their children, the product of passion with other women, had placed there in mourning. No, the two girls didn't care a whit, and giddily took their brave young soldiers home, placing their photos on the walls beside their beds, so that each night, before they drifted into the arms of Morpheus, they could give the boys a wink and a blown kiss. They'd spent time often in hot debate over whose WW2 boyfriend was the most handsome, bravest, more prone to breaking out in Jed Clampett-style dancing, a definite minus. Who was the better lover, less conceited, more talented, etc. These debates got heated some days, but when all was said and done, each girl knew her own soldier so well that there was really no point in fighting. Her own was better by far. My sister long ago abandoned her young man. I seem to recall her relinquishing him to my keep, but due to my lack of passion for him, I don't know where the photo is, or even recall his name. He was the pretty boy with the perfect teeth and softened features. He looked like he would have sung in a perfect contralto to old ladies in a nursing home on Saturdays, gone to church on Sundays in a sober blue suit, a worn black Bible tucked sweetly under his left arm, leaving the right one free for shaking hands. He'd nod and smile a congenial closed-mouthed smile to each and every parishioner as he passed them by on his way to the front of the pews, tithing generously each week. I didn't like him, and I could never trust that kind of earnest apple pie enthusiasm. But my guy, yes, my guy. There was so much to like about him, from his rakishly lascivious grin constructed of crooked teeth with long canines, love teeth like that, to his tie that was rebelliously off-center, to his crinkled eyes that let me know he would always make me laugh right before he ravished me, down to his very name, Boyd L. Licken. With a name like that, it's got to be good. Change those letters just one tiny bit and you've got Body Lickin'. Oh yeah. Something tells me that he very nicely lived up to the Licken family name. Naturally, I'll never forget my Boyd. How could I? But we were separated briefly, first by war, then by years, more recently by misplacement. But not to fear. I found him yesterday, and our love still burns like a million suns. How could I not lust for a man who wears his headsets for his photo, jauntily placed on his head so as not to miss a single word I may whisper to him? And the parachute, just in case he falls for me and can't stop falling. Oh yes, Boyd was thinking of me when that was taken. In the next life, Boyd, you and me and a whole lot of licking. It's a date.